What's up, good people? I'm just Major. This is the weekend. So we have a lot to talk about, a lot going on this week. IBM, Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. Pretty much starting off the week. IBM, they announced, well, their CEO rather, announced that they're going to end up cutting nearly 8,000 jobs, all due to AI. And the first section or department that's going to take the hit is going to be HR, back office operations. And IBM already cut what 4,000 jobs earlier in the year. So now that they're going to end up cutting what 8,000, nearly 8,000 more jobs, and it's due to AI. Man, that's a lot going on with AI, and operations and big companies like IBM. So yeah. Also Monday, Tesla, they ended up becoming the first electric vehicle to rank number one globally as far as sales. First quarter this year, Tesla's Model Y became the most sought after vehicle in the world, and it's electric. It's an electric vehicle, of course, and they were the first ones to do it all over the world. Now, number 2, 3, 4, and 5 were all Toyota products. Number 2, I believe, was a Toyota product not even sold here in the U.S. Toyota has a pickup truck that they call the Helix, and it's not sold in the U.S., sold all over the other places over the world, and I believe they came in number 2. So, and rounded out the top 5, of course, the Helix from Toyota, the pickup truck, the Camry, the Corolla, and the RAV4. Get that. I hadn't seen too many RAV4s on the road here in Atlanta. I see a lot of the Camrys, but I don't see too many Corollas either. But evidently, they're pretty much, topping the list around the world. So yeah. Also, 5 stocks. Tuesday, 5 stocks. Well, in the S&P 500, 5 stocks are now in the $1 trillion club. Now, I don't know if that's 5 stocks that are pretty much, in the stock market in the U.S., but I haven't heard of any other $1 trillion club stocks. And it's what, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, and as of this week, Nvidia. Now, Nvidia's market cap did drop a little bit when the stock price dropped after Tuesday, Wednesday, but Nvidia has hit the $1 trillion threshold. So now all 5 of those stocks are pretty much doing well this year. And just this year alone, Microsoft, this year alone, get this, Microsoft and Apple have each gained $700 billion, added $700 billion to their market cap each. Man, that is a boatload of money. And those 5 stocks this year alone, have almost valued $3 trillion. So those 5 stocks, man, they're doing really well for the market, and it's doing a lot this year. College enrollment is down to 62% last year compared to 66% in 2019. So it looks like it's pretty much from high school grads that are going to college. Few of them, or a lot of them, depending on the percentages. So it's a 6% or 7% rather drop from high school students graduating from college and enrolling into universities. Now, universities, of course, they are fairly expensive. As a matter of fact, I was looking into, because my lady and I were talking about, possibly homeschooling, kids in the future. So I was looking at, prices for different schools and private schools and Montessori schools. So Montessori schools here in Atlanta, they're pretty much somewhere around 18 grand for the year. And it depends on the grade level. And I think Montessori schools, or at least the one that I looked at, goes up to, I think, 5th or 6th grade. But now when you go to private schools, going K through 12, if you want to keep your kids in that all the way through in the same school, then it's going to end up being nearly 30 grand a year for a private school, K through 12. And pretty much it gets more expensive, of course, the higher the grade level. So pretty much somewhere between 5th grade and senior and 12th grade, it goes from like, I think 26 grand all the way up to 30 grand. That's a college education. So yeah, but if you can get that, or if you're already getting that, or your kids rather are already getting, private school lessons, and man, in my honest opinion, now I graduated from Tennessee State University with an architectural engineering degree, but knowing what I know now about finances and money, I never got that from school. And knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have even gone to college, but that's just me. So, but yeah, that's college enrollment. So, JP Morgan. Now, they ended up buying out because, the federal government, or FTC, ended up closing out the First Republic Bank, First Republic Bank's branches, the entire bank. So, of course, the second largest bank since, I think, Wachovia in '08 to end up closing. And they were primarily on, west to Midwest, West Coast to Midwest, somewhere in there. I think they had, a few in New York, something like that. But of course, I've never seen them here in Atlanta. So, but yeah, after First Republic was bought out by JP Morgan ended up laying off, I think, somewhere around 9,000 people, but they ended up, handing out notices, and I did a video on that, I think, a week or two ago. But now they're going to end up closing 21 branches by the end of the year. So those 21 branches they're pretty much going to end up affecting about 100 employees, but those 100 employees will be given like 6-month transition opportunities or jobs at JP Morgan. So yeah, they're not just gonna pretty much throw them away. Now it's interesting too that JP Morgan ended up laying off nearly 9,000 of First Republic's, employees, because supposedly JP Morgan has 13,000 vacancies. I don't know if it's just here in the US or across the world, but yeah, 13,000 vacancies, closing 21 branches. They already laid off 9,000 people, and that was just last week, 2 weeks ago, or it gave them notices rather that they were going to end up laying them off. Mortgage rates still climbing. They're up and down, but lately they're climbing. And right now mortgage rates are approaching 7%. Now home prices nationwide, on average, home prices nationwide on average have gone up like 0.4% from February to March. Home prices have gone up 0.4%. Now, year over year, home prices have gone up 0.7%. So mortgage rates are going up, home prices are going up. So it looks like people are still buying homes and homes are still being sold. So, but yeah. And cities with the top cities with the most home price gains pretty much are Miami, and that's surprising, Tampa, Charlotte, North Carolina. So they're still building and still doing a lot of, real estate in Charlotte. And then pretty much Atlanta is normally somewhere around top 4, top 5. I haven't seen the list. I was looking at a video and the person was talking about, pretty much the top cities. So now, those are the top cities with the highest price gains. Now, on the flip side of that, the cities with the lowest price gains, they're pretty much all out west. Seattle, number 1, with the most, not with the price gains, but the price decreases in houses. Seattle, number 1. And then, what was it? San Francisco, number 2, San Diego, number 3. But hey, San Diego, man, I've been out there, man, it's a beautiful place. So if San Diego, is pretty much still lowering home prices, I mean, hey, Carlsbad, here we go. La Jolla, let me hold a little something. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now, 3M, it looks like they were going to trial for a $143 billion lawsuit. And it was, pretty much dependent on, well, not even dependent on, but that's the wrong word to use. It was pretty much referencing the forever chemicals. I don't know if you guys have heard about those chemicals, and supposedly they're cancer-causing chemicals. Now, in Stuart, Florida, supposedly these chemicals have somehow got into the city water. So Stuart, Florida was suing 3M and I think 3M pretty much make a lot of products. So, products like the non-stick pans supposedly have these chemicals, and now 3M is saying that the chemicals are not harmful, but 3M has slowed down tremendously on the production of these non-stick pans and things that produce these chemicals. So, and I think I read right after I saw the information later on yesterday that 3M ended up settling that lawsuit for $10 billion. Ooh, that's a whole lot of money in this month. So yeah, Rivian, round out the week. Rivian, they are on the verge of being kicked out of the NASDAQ 100. Their stock price has taken a 90% hit from their all-time low. So it looks like December 2021, looks like their all-time high was close to $180, man. So it also looks like they're down now. The last time I looked, yesterday at some point, they're down now to about $14.50 a share, man. So yeah, I do see some of now I see actually more Rivian pickup trucks and SUVs than I see Toyota Corollas on the road. But hey, Rivian's still having issues and things like that. But that's pretty much it for the week, man. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. I appreciate you being here with me. I'm just Major, man. Y'all have a good one.